6:36, we check back in with Mike Eppel this morning with the latest on business news and the possibility of interest rates once again going up.
Yeah, good morning, Tammy. Indeed, this is important if you've got a variable rate mortgage, which has been very popular among home buyers so far this year because in many cases the big banks were offering some very big discounts in those monthly payments. But if the Bank of Canada raises interest rates as expected Wednesday by 0.25%, that will ripple through the mortgage market, specifically for those variable rate borrowing costs. That's the talk going into this new trading week, as the Bank of Canada will be setting policy on Wednesday. The Bank of Canada Governor Stephen Poloz has laid the groundwork for an interest rate hike for the first time in 6 months, saying it's been a central bank that is data dependent, and all of the economic data most recently has been pretty good. Case in point, Friday's strong performance by the Canadian labour market on jobs, with almost 32,000 Canadians finding work last month. The unemployment rate went up a little bit because more Canadians rejoined the labour force, confident that they'll find work in the very near future. That's given a little bit of a lift to the Canadian dollar to start the week at 76.5 cents U.S. Now, despite global trade tensions, all the talk has been about maybe a global economic slowdown because of the U.S. and China and other trading partners with the U.S., including Canada, ratcheting up the protectionist efforts. This has not played out into a weaker stock market. In fact, the Canadian and U.S. markets last week to start the second half had a strong showing. The benchmark on Wall Street, S&P 500, added 1.5%. The TSX over 4 trading days gained 0.6%, and we saw banks, energy stocks, and telecom companies leading the way higher. Groupon shares, the Daily Deals website, up this morning 12% in pre-market trade. Talk is the company could be looking for a buyer. We've got as well on the trade risk assessment and the talk of Canadians boycotting U.S. goods as a retaliation to the U.S. efforts. Doesn't seem to be bared out in the recent statistics, with more Canadians actually making single-day overnight trips to the United States. In the month of April, according to StatsCan, 3.8 million visitors on a daily basis, which was actually up from a year ago. Overseas markets this morning all looking strong. We saw the Tokyo Nikkei, the Hong Kong Hang Seng, both up by more than 1% in Monday's trade, despite some talk out of China that U.S. buyers are now starting to not buy Chinese goods because, again, of those U.S. tariffs placed on various Chinese exports. That's it from here. We'll send it back to you.